Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Shoji. I want to welcome you all to the 2018-2019 school year. I just wanted to go over some of the courses that I'm going to be teaching this year, as well as some of the policies. Before we begin, I do want to let you all know that this is my 10th year teaching, my 10th year here at Vaughn. In the past, I've been the ASB advisor. I've been part of the basketball program for the past 7 years or so. I've seen 3 senior advisories graduate, and I've had the opportunity to teach 9th grade students, 10th grade students, and the 11th grade students in English as well. I hope all of you had a chance to recharge the batteries and get some rest and had some fun over the summer. I just got back from a week trip to Hawaii with my girlfriend, and looking forward to now starting the school year. Also, I hope that all of you had a chance to finish your summer reading in the various courses that you will be enrolled in. You obviously will learn very quickly about the consequences surrounding, books that are not finished and responsibilities that are not fulfilled. But we'll get into that as we move forward into the year. So let's get started. So this year, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be teaching 3 sections. There are 3 different classes, 2 sections of American Literature, 1 section of Honors English 9, and 2 sections of AP English Language and Composition. This is my first chance to teach an Honors 9th grade class, but most of my time here, I'm very, very well experienced teaching American Lit and AP Lang, and look forward to those courses as well. In terms of English skills, we're going to focus this year on the writing process, the mechanics of writing, comprehension of text, analysis and critical thinking, citing evidence and text, annotating text, and developing our vocabulary. Bathroom policies. So I do want to try to give our students as much autonomy in the classroom as possible. I'm not really about rules and trying to fulfill or uphold policies in the class. I want to try to treat it like the college prep class that it is. And that does require professional responsibility on your part. And we're going to talk about that moving forward a lot, about your professional responsibilities as a student here at Vaughn. So, but let's kind of go through what I would hope. One person at a time, take a hall pass with you. The part that's most important, though, try not to go during instructions or during key parts of a lesson. Obviously, that takes an understanding on your part, right? Sometimes I have students that understand, oh, I better not go during this time. I can't miss this part. This is an important part. And I've had students not realize what they're going. I have to go to the bathroom, so no matter what's going on, I have to go. And so I would like you to try to understand a good time to go. And that's really for you to decide. And I hope you make, they're all judgment decisions, and I hope that you develop that skill as we move forward. Permission is not needed. However, you must tell a classmate where you are going. That's really for safety. And, in the event there's an evacuation or an emergency, we do need to know where everyone is. I need to know where everyone is. So just kind of quietly tell a classmate, hey, I'm going to the bathroom, or hey, I'm going to the office. Don't abuse the policy. It's not necessarily a policy where people can go whenever they want necessarily, or 8 students can go at the same time. But I do want to try to avoid as many distractions in the classroom and during the course of lessons as possible. If you need to go, then go, but do so at your discretion. And again, I'd like you to maintain professional courtesy and professional judgments. Submitting assignments. So late work is generally not accepted. It doesn't mean never, but generally it's not accepted. Extensions may be given under certain circumstances. Email me for these requests. I sometimes show more of a willingness to give an extension if I see someone that has a willingness to come in for extra help, or shows a willingness in class to really work hard, and I can see that that person deserves the extra time. But generally, late work is not accepted. I would like you to submit assignments which represent your best effort which means that incomplete assignments are not favorable. Be a professional student. Communicate with me when necessary. Check your email regularly. Check your Google Classroom regularly. Stay up to date when you are absent. All of these are part of being a professional student. And, it's not an excuse because you didn't read my email. It's your job to know, and I expect you to be on track with that throughout the entire year. Apps and programs, we're going to be focusing on the following this year. We're going to be using Turnitin. If you already have a Turnitin account that you've established while here at Vaughn, please do not create a new account. We only have one license per student. If you are brand new to Vaughn, see me about signing up for a Turnitin account. But in the meantime, if you do have a Turnitin password that works, I will give you the code to sign up when we start school. Gmail, you may use your own Gmail account or your Vaughn student account. We will start Google Classroom as soon as our Chromebooks are ready. We're also going to use Khan Academy at times, which is an free SAT prep program. And then if you're in AP Lang, we'll be using Albert.io as well. SRC. So reading is about development, right? The program that we have is not about points necessarily, or 18% of your grade or 16% of your grade. We want it to build literacy. We want you to develop literacy habits. We want you to build stamina, and we want you to develop comprehension skills so that you can go into 12th grade, college, beyond, and you have basic and then advanced literacy skills. So binge reading is not really effective. I know we can do that. I know we sometimes get into that habit. It's very equivalent to someone that's training for a marathon or going to the gym and training for something that's sports related. For example, like if you're training for a marathon, generally an athlete does not take 25 days off and then tries to run for 8 hours, 3 straight days, right? It's about running a little bit each day. That's where the development takes place. And the same is true for reading. I would like you to stay within your Lexile range, nothing too low. Generally stay within 350 of your range. However, nothing above your Lexile, nothing above. So if your Lexile is 1200, then 1250 is too high. If your Lexile is 1100, then I would say 750 is the lowest you can go. If your Lexile is 900, then 650 is the lowest you can go. Also, something that may be new to you, I do not want anybody to quiz on a book that is more than 25 points unless it is cleared with me in advance. I don't necessarily want to discourage anyone from reading books that are longer, but what I've seen sometimes is someone that wants to read a 45-point book, it takes them a long time, and then if they don't pass, then you kind of start back to square one and all that time is lost. I encourage all of you to read 15-point books and a 12-point and then an 18, right? Because then you have more variety in your reading reports, and you also set yourself up for success, which rather than taking a riskier 45-point book. If it's something that you really want to do, like if you have a book that's 42 points and you really want to read it, I'll let you do it as long as you clear it with me in advance. Also, this is important, quiz only when you finish the entire book. If you quiz after reading half the book and do Spark Notes for the rest, that's a form of academic dishonesty. Same thing with Spark Notes or films. You could include them, but those are supplements, which are additions, not replacements. And if you reuse Spark Notes to replace the reading, it's a form of academic dishonesty. Blue slips. I've coached basketball here numerous years, and I support student participation in extracurricular activities. However, I do want you to understand that missing academic time is a privilege and it's not a right. If there is an assignment due, I'd expect you to finish the assignment before I sign your blue slip. So, for example, if you have a game on Thursday, you come to me on Tuesday to sign your paper, If we have an assignment due on Thursday or Friday, you're expected to finish that assignment before I sign your blue slip.